recording in progress. That's perfect.
Did I start?
Okay, let's start.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us on this our presentation on combating stress and burnout. Today we're talking a lot about stress and burnout. But first, let me put this question out. Does anybody here have any personal experience or opinions on stress or on burnout?
You can raise your hand if you have a personal experience you want to say.
Not to share too much into detail, but studying and trying to also get into the working life can be quite stressful. The workload can pile up quite fast. So yeah, I have experience with stress, but I would rather not have it.
Hello?
Thank you.
Only Simon. No one else. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just share a little bit about my experience when it comes to stress and burnout. During my working days, I had the job deadline that I had to meet. Very, very stressful. So I took the task, but later I found out that it was very exhausting. It really drained me and it actually burned me out. Then I was at that moment I just taught myself the importance of recognizing stress before it takes over. So today we'll be talking about a lot of things, defining stress and its causes, how to combat stress, and its links to combat and its links to burnout, defining burnout and its causes, how to combat burnout. And we'll be having a little quiz for recap on what we're about to do today.
Hi, my name is Kaylin, and I'll be talking about what stress is and the two types of stress. Stress is a state of mental worry that is caused by a difficult situation. Stress has many different stages, but people have to learn how to manage the stress in many different ways. The two types of stress are acute stress and chronic stress. Acute stress, it only lasts for a short period of time and comes in bursts, like when you're driving your car and somebody in front of you stops suddenly. And then chronic stress, lasts for a longer amount of time that can be from anywhere from a few weeks to days or months if not managed properly. And then some of the causes of stress are not enjoying your job, losing your job, financial problems, too many responsibilities, whether that's in work or your personal life, and then facing harassment, feeling guilty about past actions, losing a loved one, or past traumatic experiences.
Thank you. So let us dive in some coping strategies that we can all participate and do in our everyday lives. And obviously, we all experienced stress, so I guess that will be definitely very beneficial for us. First of all, you can definitely divide it, the strategies in like two sections. One is problem-focused strategies, where you can really like tackle the source of stress and reduce its impact. We are talking about time management, seeking support or solutions, or really setting boundaries in our everyday life regarding work, university, etc. And then we have the second strategies, which are more focused on emotions, which can calm us down and restore ourselves to like reduce stress. For example, we can do some relaxation techniques, but also physical activities can help us, or we can also journal our everyday lives and maybe try to reframe negative situations that affect us. But like all the time, context matters. So before really like trying to cope with stress, we should definitely ask ourselves, is there something that we can do about this problem that is more or less the reason for our stress? And if we can say, yeah, the problem really is manageable and we can define something that we can do about it, we should definitely stick to the more problem-focused strategies. If not so, we should more or less stick to emotion-focused strategies. But to be honest, it's all very flexible. So we should definitely think about combining those two like types of strategies and finding our approach. Just mix and match and find out which strategy works best in which situation for us to really like lower our stress levels and get better soon. So let me give you an example or like several examples of really practical coping techniques that we can do in our everyday lives. So for example, we can do some mindfulness meditation exercises. So just like 5 minutes a day when we really like feel stressed out after maybe doing our stuff for university for hours, we can do some meditation and really like relax. We can also do some stress release breathing techniques. That doesn't mean going outside. You can really do it at the spot where you're sitting in front of your desk. Just relax and do some really good breathing, which definitely lowers our stress levels. Physical activities, as I said, are also a way to cope with it. You can just go for a run. You can also just like walk in the park or do your favorite sports that you do or that you love to do and enjoy time there. But then also you can seek social support from your friends, from maybe also your boss, whoever like suits the situation and makes you feel better and you feel like, okay, talking to. But then also time management, as I said, is a very beneficial way to cope with stress. There are many techniques. One is like this ALP method, where you then like, yeah, write down what tasks do you have ahead, then lay down like a more or less like a plan, time it, also set yeah breaks in between, and really like get your time together. But then there are also many other additional tips and tricks. You can really like do something with your diet. Or yeah, think about how you can sleep better and so on. So you can really like dig into there and really get some good techniques to lower your stress levels. Thank you. So let's now really like go into one exercise. And we thought about like what can we do at the point where we're sitting. So as I said, the guided breathing technique would be very nice if we all could do it now. So first of all, everyone, let's sit comfortably, feet flat on the ground, and relax our shoulders. And then we are going into like a repetitive course. So first of all, inhale for like a count of 4, and then exhale for a count of 6. And then we will just continue for maybe like 4 times. So let's calm ourselves down and do it for maybe like 30 seconds. I hope you guys feel a little more relaxed now that we did a little exercise. And as I said, you can do it right at the spot whenever you want. So yeah, Kellen, please, I give it over to you.
Here are a few of the illnesses that can arise from stress. They are divided into 2 categories: mental illness and physical illness. Two of the mental illnesses that can arise from stress are anxiety and depression. And then a few of the physical illnesses that can be from stress are digestive problems, headaches, muscle tension, heart problems, high blood pressure. And then stress can also lead to burnout.
Thank you, Kaylin and Philip. So I'm going to talk about burnout, some of its causes and its symptoms. So what is the definition of burnout? Burnout is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion. It can occur when you experience long-term stress and feel under constant pressure. This definition was stated by the World Health Organization. Burnout, but burnout is not a medical or a mental health condition, it's a syndrome, meaning a collection of symptoms or signs associated with a specific health-related cause. So most of the time, burnout is caused by continuous stress, but it's different from stress. As mentioned by Kalen, stress is too many pressure that demand too much of our physically and mentally. However, most people can feel better and relieved when they feel that they are in control of their situation or in control of their environment. So, on the other hand, burnout is about not being enough, meaning feeling empty and mentally exhausted, not caring, and being devoid of motivation. Um, Often people who are experiencing burnout do not see any hope of positive change in their situation. So we can say that stress is like a person drowning in their responsibilities while usually aware of being under a lot of pressure. But burnout is a sense of being all dried up, and we don't always notice burnout when it's happening. So next I will be discussing what causes burnout. So can we move to the next slide? Okay, thank you. Um, Burnout often is considered in a workplace setting, but burnout can be experienced alongside other life pressures and excessive demand, such as money worries. Most of the time, money and mental health goes hand in hand, especially when we have a lot of responsibilities and not enough money. Next is isolation, the feeling of being isolated or left out of a group or an activity. Then sleep. Problems with sleeping can affect us both mentally and physically. Also, how we feel can affect how we sleep. So, and next is relationships. It's very important to have a good relationship so that we can share our hopes, fears, confidence, and happiness, and also get some extra support when we need. So, toxic relationships, whether at work or in personal life, can affect us negatively. And lastly, is physical health. Doing things that help us relax or feel happy, such as exercising well, eating and sleeping well enough, is very important. And not taking care of our bodies can also harm us, as mental and physical health goes hand in hand. And the last thing is what symptoms to look out for in ourselves and in others. So we have three categories: physical signs, emotional signs, and behavioral signs. Physical signs like feeling tired and drained most of the time, frequent headaches, loss of interest, illnesses, and changing in appetite or sleeping habits. Then emotional signs, sense of failure and self-doubt, feeling helpless, trapped, and defeated, the attachment, feeling alone in the world, and loss of motivation, and increasing cynical and negative outlook toward life, decreased satisfaction and sense of accomplishment. And lastly is the behavioral signs, withdrawing from responsibilities, isolating from others, taking longer to get things done, using food, drugs, or alcohol to cope, taking frustrations out on others, and skipping work or coming in late and leaving early. That's it for me, and I will leave you with Santiago.
Okay, so some expert solutions for burnout are first seeking professional help. You have to understand that it is important for you to get help. You don't have to feel like it is something bad or feel like worried about that, because it is something natural. So especially you have to look to seek for burnout or cognitive behavioral therapy. You don't have to feel bad about yourself for seeking professional help. Now, then you can take extended breaks or time off, especially if you have burnout. You will need a longer time for recovery, and also take that time to to take to think for yourself. You don't have to worry about work while you're on vacation. Try not to look for any work email or something like that. You have to think about yourself. And then you have to engage in meaningful activities, different hobbies. You have to do things that bring you joy or purpose. Can you go to the next slide, please? And now I want to show you guys some interesting fun facts. First, stress can be contagious. Just like a John, stress can spread from person to person. Mirror neurons in our brains make us empathic. So we can catch stress just by observing someone who is stressed out, for example, in the workplace. The next one is that short-term stress can actually boost your brain power, because in small doses, stress can actually enhance memory and cognitive functions. And next, laughter lowers stress hormones, because laughing reduces level of cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And we also have to understand that burnout isn't just for adults, because teens and even kids can experience burnout, especially from academic pressure and also social expectations. And lastly, when you're stressed, your pupils dilate, and that happens because when your pupils dilate, it helps you take in more visual information. So when you're under pressure, it will help you understand things easier and get more information from what you're reading. Now we're going to continue with Sylvester to do an activity. Okay, so here you guys please scan this QR code. We're going to do an activity that Sylvester is going to manage. And here it is going to be an activity that will have questions from about 10 to 20 seconds. So it's quick. We only have 5 questions. So if you guys can scan this QR code, we're good to go.
Yeah, Sylvester, can you open the Slido, please?
Hey guys, it's looking like there's no active polls right now.
Sylvester, are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, same on my
Can
part.
you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Sorry, my network was just missing. Sorry. Oh, that was very, very informative. Very, very. So, guys, let's scan the QR code, or let me send a link so that we can have the quiz and recap on what we just did today.
Could you activate the poll?
Okay.
Mhm.
If the QR code doesn't work, Sylvester sent the link in the meeting chat for everybody to
Yeah,
click.
we already did. Here in the chat, you can see the link.
Okay. I'm
The
activating.
the link doesn't work.
The link
yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah, we just have
Yeah,
to wait. Yeah,
now it
Okay,
works.
now
let's
it's
go.
work. Now it works.
He just needed to start the quiz.
Are you guys
Now
ready?
we'll just wait for everyone to join.
Is this a competition?
Are you guys ready?
I'll have to
Let's
compete.
see.
Let's
Inside
go.
next week you have joined.
It is
Remember,
a
this one's not
competition,
just
but
answering
sadly
it
you don't get
correctly. It's
anything.
how fast you can also answer.
Of course, you get
Yeah,
the
we know
bragging
this.
rights
It's like
for first place.
So what
Yep,
a
you get the
reward?
bragging
Way to
rights.
Definitely.
stress out
Yeah.
in this.
So
I
what
will say,
what is the reward
I got first place
for the
earlier.
winner?
Okay, so let me just start. First question.
Yeah.
What is the definition of stress? Okay, answers in Okay. So we have a state of relaxation, a state of worry or mental tension caused by difficult situation, feeling of extreme happiness, and a type of physical exercise. So let's see what most of you choose. Oh, or the answer: state of worry or mental tension caused by a difficult situation. Let's move on to the next. Remember, it's how fast you answer it, not just what you answer. Okay, with this one, it said, which of the following is a symptom of burnout? Increased energy levels, emotional exhaustion, improve job performance, and enhance focus. Let's see the answer. Okay, emotional exhaustion. Hope you guys got it right. Let's move on to the next one. But this one is a bit tricky, so take your time, but don't take your time that much. Okay. Which hormone releases? Which hormone is released during stress? Let's move on to the next one. Oh, this one said, which of the following is not recommended for? It's not a recommended strategy to manage stress. Let's see the answer. Working, reading, and last but not least, I can see this one is a bit tricky for you guys. Okay. Which of the following is a short-term effect of stress? Let's see. Improve concentration. Now, let's check the leaderboard. Simon, top of the group.
That's what it's all about.
Okay.
I applaud you. I'm in second and third place
Okay.
now instead of first place.
You had home turf advantage.
Better
Simon,
luck next time.
That's true.
you can ask for reward. Maybe couple.
I'll put my PayPal in the chat.
Okay, so
Screenshot it so you have bragging rights.
Yeah, you're right. I should.
any question for the group? Any question about stress or burnout or anything anyone doesn't understand?
I understand everything, but I would like to know what all of you do to manage stress.
Me personally, I sleep. I just sleep it off.
So that's pretty good actually.
Yeah. When I'm stressed out, usually I take time to myself. I try to stop using social media. I take maybe 2 hours to calm myself. I have a dog and I like to pet him and play with him, and that helps a lot with stress, having a pet.
Okay,
I
that's a
guess
good
like
answer.
working
Anyone,
out, going out in the
anyone
park and
else?
everything. That's also a very good one from my part.
For me, if I'm trying to manage my stress, I either go on a run or I read a book, or occasionally I'll do like one of the breathing exercises that I've learned.
Well, for
That's
me,
go ahead. Sorry.
it's a bit strange, but when I'm stressed out, I tend to cook or bake something. It helped
Oh,
me
yeah.
relax.
That's the best because then you get to eat afterwards and it's
Yeah, that's a
double
good
Yes,
one.
stress.
definitely.
That's good.
That's a
Occasionally
good
I'll
one.
clean. I'll clean up. Like if my room's messy, I'm like, maybe I just need to declutter and clean a bit as well.
Yes.
That helps me as well. But it's always clean, but like vacuuming is like meditation almost. It's pretty chill.
That's true.
And I also think
Okay.
that the stress relief exercise works too. So let's not forget about that.
And what do you use? And what do you do, Simon, to combat stress?
I think meditation works great. Exercise is obviously pretty good. Like you mentioned, staying away from social media, you should do that at all times, not just when you want to de-stress. Baking and cooking is something I enjoy as well, but usually I stick to the eating part more than the
Yeah.
preparation.
Yeah,
And it helps.
I intended to say that, yeah, he's eating all the time. That is the best thing to release the stress from his side. Not from my side, but from his side, yeah. I know him very
100%.
much.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay. I will
I mean,
stop
if someone
recording
else
now.
wants to say, yeah. There's no more
Um,
questions.